Need these couplers and the motors. Basically, we're just gonna assemble that part. That's it for that step. For this step, it says we need a 600 millimeter long lead screw, a pillow block, 2 M530s, and 2 flat washers, and 2 nylon nuts, lock nuts. We're going to loosen these screws on the pillow block so that the lead screw can slide on easily. There's one on each side here. We're going to move the gantry till it's about 3 inches from the front. We're going to put a lead screw through the back, and then we're going to thread it into this pillow block. Not pillow block, backlash nut. Apologize for the terminology there. Now we're going to put the pillow block on. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and mount the pillow block to these screws. Be careful not to move this up and down because you aligned that originally, so you don't want to go moving that at all if you can help it. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, next we're going to put the Y motor plate motor on, I guess what it says. And so that's going to be the one with the long wire. We're going to use that one. The M320s, screws, washers, flat washers, lock washers, and the spacers. You're going to need 3 for each side of each one. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without fumbling too badly. So, get out my washers. I'll put my lock washer, flat washer, lock washer, flat washer, lock washer, flat washer. I'll get out 3 of these spacers. This cable should be pointing down and back. And then do the last one. Okay, so the first one's in. I'm going to do this exact same thing on the other side, no different. Now we're going to put the lead screw into the motor. Once you feel it touch, it's all the way in there, tighten it down. And then repeat on the other side. Your set screws tight on your pillar blocks. Roll this carriage all the way to the back and check to make sure that your lead screw is not binding at the motor. Just twist these for a while till your fingers hurt or you get back there, whichever comes first. So what I did was I brought it back like the instructions say. I brought it all the way back to here. I loosened these screws, let it float a little bit, make sure there's not in any bind, and then I tightened them back up. And I did that on both sides. And I actually did the same thing on the pillow block. Once it was all the way down there, I went ahead and loosened those back up with the set screw all there, and then made sure that it wasn't in any bind in any way, both sides. Now it says to preload the backlash. So what I'm going to do is make sure this is backed off. And then it's already touching. So all I'm going to do is turn it about 1/3 of the way to do the preload. And then I'm going to tighten down the locking nut. That's it. Okay, and the process is going to be the same for the gantry. So stick your lead screw in all the way down to your backlash nut, make it poke out a little bit, get it in the coupling, come back, check the alignment on both sides. I'm gonna bring my gantry down, and I left my pillar block, I left it loose because I want to make sure that it lines up really good.